You were watching an adaptation of Vampire the Masquerade's 5th edition, based in Chicago. The game might include topics, actions, and events that some viewers do not agree with. In Vampire Stories, there will be blood, and nothing is sacred. The RPG table and cast of The Last Breath are happy that you're here and want to ensure you're enjoying the show. If you're affected by a topic, we believe it is important to take a break. The story you see is being created live, and this is your only trigger warning. The sun is setting. Prepare to wake up and play a game about vampires.
Order, he could be.
Well, I do believe that connection is still there. So at the time, no, but yes. But no. But also yes.
I mean, in theory, he could Diablerize 4 more Kindred and drop 4 generations before he hits white territory.
That's true. He could.
Yeah, and if he eats William, Olivia's going to make a target of herself.
Listen, I never said that he would eat William. I just threw it out there as a speculation.
What gen is he?
Followed the line. It was like, fuck.
This is what happens when I leave them to plot on their own.
Not even talking about a character I'm playing.
One drink and then back in bed.
I told them I gotta start streaming everything. They talk. This is what happens.
Look, don't worry about it, Junie. It's fine.
I never worry. I just wonder what you're going to spring on me next.
Well, McStabber sprung something on you first.
I mean, Shanky's always stabbing me. This is the norm, pretty much.
Giggity.
I don't. Why can't you be alcohol right now?
I mean,
it's too early to bitch at the bottle.
It can be alcohol. I'm just saying. We did that last week. It can
Not the
be
first
alcohol.
time Junie has got me sprung.
Listen, it was Monster Hearts. I was playing a witch. My nickname was Disco Tits. I can't help that, okay?
Listen.
Well,
As long as it's consenting adults in private, stabbing you is just fine.
Okay. Sure. We were in the middle of a fight, and now the nickname was Disco Tits. It was a thing. She got on my boobs, and the high basketball players went, "Ooh, it's sparkly boobs."
We are not going down that Amazon rabbit hole again tonight. Thank you.
F for Disco Tits, guys. F
Hang
for
on.
Disco Tits.
You brought up the Amazon rabbit hole
No!
again.
What a great start. I love this game. People are like, yeah, how are your vampire games? And I tell them what happened, and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know, right? It's great.
Yes, unfortunately, D&D can't be as real as we are being now. Oh my god. Anyhow, hi.
I mean, it can if you're not a coward.
That's true.
Yeah, listen here. I can't rein you all in. You're all chaos goblins. I can't help this shit.
Out and proud, Junie. Out and proud.
You don't have to make it worse.
Well, you don't have to make it better. It's a choice.
Hi, on this session, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and the points don't goddamn matter.
Wait, the experience points, they matter.
I see that. I feel that.
The XP definitely matters.
Oh, okay, so it matters. It just doesn't matter how you get the XP.
Yeah, you know.
Right. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, let's introduce everyone, and then we're going to go back into this ballroom blitz, and then we will segue into what's going on tonight. How's that?
Sure.
D-Written, take it away.
Hi, I'm D-Written. I do awful jokes on Twitter, and I stream a couple nights a week, and I do this.
Go for it, John.
Hi, I'm John. I'm playing Darren Lobos, and I do this. I do another vampire game every other week on Dark Sanded Tabletop, and I do storytelling on Cajun Nights, so Discord server.
Sai?
I'm Sai. I do this. You can also catch me on D&D Roll Call, where we stream our D&D 5e game every Friday night. You can also find me on Nat One Adventures podcast, anywhere that podcasts get podcasted, where I also play Hey Guess What D&D some more. So I just can't get enough of it. So yeah.
We're especially. We're not playing that. We're playing something else. But just
Listen. As long as I get the click clacks and as long as I get to kill something, I'm having fun. Okay, it's fine.
Murder hobo is the way.
No,
Yes.
we're homeowners. They're murder homeowners. Tanari,
I live in a van.
down by the river. Tanari.
No, in somebody's carriage house.
Again, I really need moving powers, but no one will give them back. I am Tanari. I play Evelyn this round. That's going to take some getting used to. I also stream on my channel when I am not dealing with parenting issues. Son. Yeah. Hi.
Got you. So, back where we left off, we were in the middle of the Painted Ladies Club. Bob had a bomb. Sin was standing kind of slightly next to him, realizing he had a bomb in his pants the entire time they were dancing. I don't remember what Darren was doing. I apologize. I remember he was trying to dodge bullets or trying to shoot bullets. It was either or.
Both.
Okay,
Both.
good. I at least silently remembered something. Evelyn was herding her sister Talia up the stairs to get away from things. And there was a certain redhead trying to take on 4 vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody said something.
You know, sometimes people say things.
I know, right? So, into combat we go. We're going to do a 3-on-3, which means Darren and Bob, because I have to remember names. You guys will do your actions, 3 rolls. I will do my actions, 3 rolls. There you go. Ready?
Okay.
So, what are both of you planning on doing? And also, if Sin is going to join in on this, please let me know. Please and thank you.
So I believe I already had Corrosive Vitae roused. The next step would be Blood Tendril, which is on page 41 of the player's guide.
Mm-hmm.
And effectively, it's a wits and blood sorcery roll to effectively he would, take a fang, open a hole in his wrist. The blood that would come out would be telekinetically controlled and would still be under the effects of Corrosive Vitae. So anything that he touched with it would get destroyed, and he would try to use that on the guns that these kindred are bringing to bear.
Okay. And what are you doing, Darren?
I'm shooting one of these guys.
Okay.
So,
Just one.
I mean, I'm going to shoot each of them, but I'm focusing one at a time.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I just want to make sure.
He doesn't have that much celerity.
Yet.
We'll see. I have
Okay.
another plan first.
Oh, Lord. And Ravidos, I said, I'm writing down the name. Thank you. I will totally butcher this name up because it's a thing I do. Unless you're going to give me a pronunciation guide, which is always appreciated. And Sin, are you looking at getting involved in this fight?
I think so, maybe.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think I had wits roused last session. Is that still in effect or no?
Yeah, because we stopped in the middle of session.
No,
No, I'm letting you know. Yes, absolutely.
I appreciate it. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I think Sin is going to pop mesmerize.
Okay. I see your rolls.
Okay. Burn to willpower.
Okay.
How's a crit 9?
Nice. What do you do with the crit?
Using the blood tendril to turn their guns to dust.
Okay. So, who are you mesmerizing, Sin? There's 4 dudes.
Probably whichever one is closer to me. I did succeed the rouse check. I'm
Okay.
just going to pop mesmerize, look at him, and just say, "You are not going to ruin my night out, dear. Put that thing down."
Okay. And give me a roll. All right. So for yours, Bob, you do manage to get the gun out of his hand, and it does turn out into dust. For you, Darren, you shot him. Yep. Did you call the shot or no?
No, it was just
Okay.
shoot him. He's not trying to be fancy or anything.
Okay. So when you shot him, you got him in the arm. Good job. And since it's 2 shots?
I'm about to make the third roll. So.
Okay. Go. These are weaklings. As you can tell, the guy does put down the gun.
Cool beans.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. So Darren is very easily going, fuck you all today, and does exactly what he does. The guy missed the dodges. He's being very holy right now. Not feeling great. His comrade's got his gun knocked out of his hand and turned to dust. The other one has put down his gun, and is now mesmerized by Sai. You have one more guy who is running with claws out to get to this redhead.
I know who that redhead is. I'm going to watch.
Okay. This is fair. Okay, and
As he's running, Bob will probably be using a blood tendril on his back, and his clothes are probably going to fall off him.
okay, go for it. Give me a dex and brawl. Yeah, give me a dex and brawl roll for the tentacle.
It's rules as written. It's wits and blood sorcery.
Okay, go for it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I had rolled a crit 7 on that one.
Perfect. Oh shit. Well, fuck my life, Raw. Okay, so you've got one that's very holy and bleeding. The other one is mesmerized by Sai. The other guy is just completely like, what the fuck happened to my gun? As the guy's running towards the redhead. Yeah. That tentacle just goes, and you start to see the clothing fade away from this person as they get run through with a sword and staked. There's a combo effort. And she will let that person drop, look to the 3 of them, and look to you guys going, so, hi.
Evening.
Good evening.
How y'all doing?
Darren just puts the 357 to the one he'd been shooting's head. And it's like, kind of unhappy about someone disturbing Evelyn's club.
Oh, I agree. I was just sitting, being mindful, not bothering anyone. And then these 4 chumpalumps decided to say hi.
About then, Bob will put the bomb back in his pocket, turn back to Sin and go, "Hey, you want to go back in there and have another dance?"
We're gonna talk about that later, sweetheart. We're gonna talk about that later. And Sin's gonna look at the last guy that's mesmerized and just sort of like walk to go towards the gun that he put on the floor. and just say, "Now, darling, I don't know what you think you're doing, being rude and disrespectful. You are a guest in this fine establishment, and you're here ruining my good time and my night off. So, you want to explain to me exactly what it is that you're doing here, sugar?"
He's gonna grit his teeth and say, "We're under orders."
Under orders.
And you hear the other guy go, "Shut up! Don't say anything. They don't need to know." And he kind of,
Which one is doing that?
that's the one who had his gun disintegrate. So he's kind of like, "Shut up! You gotta go." And so he's gonna start grabbing the guy to kind of get him out.
Oh, don't leave yet. If I need to re-roll the mesmerize, I will.
Oh, you have one mesmerized. The other two are not.
Oh no, I'm aware. I'm
Yeah.
just focusing on the one.
He's kind of letting himself. It's in between. He's like, he wants to stay to talk to you, but he's getting pulled. So it's kind of like that: should I stay or should I go now movement.
Darren just draws back the hammer on the 357. And he's just like, "No, you don't get to mess with the painted lady's place," and then just walk out.
Well, I mean, orders. Shit. Fuck. Stop saying shit. And the guy who's holy is like, run. He's just running. He's just going.
No, I had a gun to his.
Oh, him. Right. Sorry, my bad. Okay, I keep forgetting. My bad. So 1, 2, and 3. Got you. All right. So the other. Okay, so the guy's just looking at him like. He kind of opens up his mouth, and that's when you realize he has no tongue. The one who's talking is the only one really can talk. And so the guy looks at him, looks at you, going, "We can't talk here. The fuck?"
You can either talk here, or she can help us stake you, and you can talk somewhere a bit more uncomfortable.
You know where I come from. That would be comfortable.
I need to roll a bad decision die.
Yay! I love those.
They're fine.
You know,
Yeah.
Darren,
The stupid dice aren't in my bag. Yeehaw.
we were looking for some test subjects.
Earns a look from Sin.
Does Bob still have the blood tendril active?
Um. Well, so I just rolled a fail. So yeah, he forgot the. He's got just this hole in his wrist and this blood tendril just curling up and holding itself midair. And everything that it's touched has turned to dust.
Darren just looks at Bob and he's like, "Hey, can you wrap that guy up?" Pointing at the guy who's talking.
Well, all it's really going to do is disintegrate. Well, sure, I'll try. And
I mean, if he
So-
loses his legs, he's still fine.
so corrosive vitae specifically does not work on kindred flesh.
It does
Oh,
not.
good, even better. So he'll just be
It'll
naked.
work on everything else, though. And
Mhm.
yeah, so like, have you guys ever seen The Mask of Zorro?
Yes. I
You know
where
that
this is
scene
going.
where there's that sword fight and then there's this and it's all gone?
Mhm.
That's what's going to happen.
Perfect.
The guy does try to start moving away from the tentacle. I know that the tentacle is a little bit faster than he is. He is going to try and dodge.
Cool.
Yes.
Darren pulls the trigger and points the gun at him next.
Okay. That's rapidly fast.
Rapid
Yeah.
reflexes.
Absolutely. So when he sees his friend die, he's again, trying to move out of the way.
Oh, stop squirming.
He's like, if you know what's strapped onto me right now,
Is it anything like what he's got in his pocket?
worse.
Interesting. Let
Nah.
me have a look.
I
Uh,
really don't think you should. Come on now. Look, I could take my other friend, and we could
Okay,
go.
so quick wits and insight here.
Yeah, go for it.
Sin's just gonna grab the gun he dropped and sort of back away.
Can I assist on that?
Sure. Why not? He had an extra die.
Excellent.
Because
Even better.
sadly, these kids are immatures. Yeah.
So that is a 7 crit.
As he's talking and he's flailing and moving, you will notice he is telling the truth. As you are inciting him, you will see the faint wires. I want to go to the candy store now.
No, they're going to get ice cream.
I want ice cream too now, damn it!
Jealous.
I know, right?
Yes, if the Bonita say it's okay, then yes, have fun.
We have fun too. Just not with ice cream. God damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got wires.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually, with having been around Bob, I would say Darren probably has enough knowledge to recognize a dead man's switch, right?
Yep.
Here's the thing, does this guy have it activated? Because that is the very important question.
Now I get to roll bad decision die.
Yay!
Because generally the way a dead man switch works is you have to have your finger already pressing down the button. That way, if you die, your finger goes off the button and boom.
Wrong die. Hold on. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Fuck. Okay. Well, yeah. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Good times! Yes, you do notice that it's activated. Because when he's kind of moving around with the wires and everything right on the palm of his hands as his sleeve is moving, you will see that distinct. And being that it's literally on the palm, and you notice he does have Flash of Life because you did have that crit, you do know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell by it, again, because of your insight, he didn't willingly put that on him.
Hey, Bob, what happens if you disintegrate a bomb?
Well, that depends on if you're dumb about it or if you're smart about it.
Can you
You're
be
dumb.
smart about it?
I'd like to think after 100 years or so doing this, I'd be all right.
This is where Sin
Okay.
very quickly exits the scene.
That's fine. I mean,
To
Evelyn
go find
and-
Evelyn.
Evelyn and
Talia.
her sister, Talia, had already exited out to the car. And so Darren's just like, does awe require a rouse check? I don't think it does. Because
It does not.
No, it does
It's
not.
free.
So Darren just pops awe, raises his voice and yells, "Everybody out now!"
And that does not... people start leaving very quickly. Unfortunately, the one that's dead cannot. However, the other guy who is mesmerized is going to be trying to start to leave.
Not you two.
Okay, I don't remember the red-haired lady's name, but Darren would know it.
Gwen.
Gwen.
Gwen, can you get that one, please?
I already have him. He doesn't realize it yet.
Excellent. Bob, do what you got to do.
Gwen will grab the one guy she staked. And in rapid succession, you do realize she's standing right next to you with the other guy staked. And she'll go, well,
this is gonna hurt.
The moment you touch him, I got 10 seconds. You might
Do a
want
lot in 10 seconds.
You might want to touch me at that point.
Darren just reaches out and puts the hand that's not holding a gun on Gwen's shoulder.
That's fine.
And he's just like, I'm sure you have
Do I need to
ways to
rerouse?
information from these two.
Yes. Yes and yes. It's a double yes.
Pass and pass.
You might want to read your notes, Tanari.
Okay.
As you reach out that bloody tendril to that man to do the touch, it literally takes no more than a second to start seeing that the clothing unraveling from him, and you will see the wires, and then slowly you will see not only is it around his body, around his upper arms, a little bit over, the forearm here, down his thighs. It's like he was rigged to explode.
Bob
And-
will
Go ahead.
carefully try to get the clothing off of him without disturbing any wires. Rolled another crit. This one's a crit 5 to do that. And he's going to I'd like to roll int and science with my demolition specialization
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can figure out how this thing works.
You will have a time limit for that.
Okay.
So give me a roll,
That is
because I'm going to roll a probability dice as to does this really work. Oof.
flat 3 on that.
What you're going to do is, as you touch and as you're trying to work this, you do realize one of your tendrils has snagged on a wire on accident, and that is starting to disintegrate. While that is going on, you start to see the complex. It's not a simple bomb. Whoever did this is on your level of bomb making. But again, you've only gotten to 3. You have very little time to actually see how this is all put together.
Put him in the corrosive vitae. Disintegrate it all at the same time.
Okay, so when that happens and you splash, you start to see the bomb starting to ignite. And it is going to literally cause him to explode. And as this works, you start to see the centrifuging of it, and it starts to blow out with the fire. You have literally 5 seconds to see all of this before you're standing right next to Evelyn. And you feel the ground shake as the explosion has gone off. And you see people running from this area. And you hear the sirens.
Apologies, Darren. It seems like there might be some collateral after all.
Darren's pissed. he looks at Gwen. He's like, I want to know who.
She'll look at her watch, which doesn't actually work. But she looks at her
Darren's-
watch. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Darren's phone's gonna ring in a minute.
They're out, Tanari, standing literally next to you. As in,
Oh,
They
then there
should-
is no ringing. Shoving asses in car. Just,
that's fine. She'll look, because she's got 2 dead bodies on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
She'll look at the clock, look at Darren, and go, give me at least 3-4 days. I've got things to find out. Oh,
Yep.
she'll look right to Bob and go, I'll find out how that was worked for you.
Appreciated.
Mhm.
That was unusual.
And then all of a sudden you'll hear her phone go off. It is the Kim Possible sound.
Doot, 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 doot.
And she will flip it open because it's an old Ikea. And she'll look at it and go, well, you'll actually see her face drop for a moment. It's happening all over the city. You guys better get going. Sirens, I know, are going to come soon.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
She's gone.
Yep. They just Darren just wasn't talking to her. He knew she was going to be gone as soon as she was done talking. So he was just getting in the car.
The limo. Go ahead.
Let Evelyn's, I don't know, driver, butler, whatever, take us home.
The coziness of the cab ride or the limo is still there. It's just a lot of things have just happened. So as the coterie heads away from the club, we're gonna have the camera pan out. As you, the audience, can see the cars pulling away. The coterie gets lost in the night as the traffic of this large city swallows them. In the distance, there are skyscrapers dominating the city skyline. There is one building that has been brought to its foundation, the tower. It's being rebuilt. Something more domineering in the city, a sign, a beacon of where it was, and it will show just how more powerfully it will be. Jackson stands in front of a window watching this building being built, smoking out a cigar as he stands, almost looking like the Kingpin in a comic book. The rings of smoke hit the window as Alan, his second, is close at hand, and there are flashes of lights, sirens being heard as the doors open, and a red-headed woman walks as the doors closed. Across the city, there are several barons having a meeting in an old warehouse. One baron is, or was, Camarilla, the steward of Joliet's baron, who has left to find his sister. Rumors say that this Camarilla baron is slowly turning anarch. But then again, what La Sombra keeps to themselves can only be rumors to others. What she's really doing is adding more land and cities under her control. What little corner of the world where Illinois and Indiana meet, there is a disagreement on territory between the Camarilla in Hammond and Gary and the Anarchs in East Chicago. There is a gridlock between the Prince and Maldavis, and what might be spilling out into the streets as well. As time speeds up and runs through the week, the brawl at the club has spread throughout the city. Other brawls happened, oddly enough, at the same time. Rumors say that it could be the Camarilla. Rumors also say it could be the Anarchs. No one really knows, but they're trying to find out. Information is going back and forth between the information gatherers, because I can't say that all in one word. The Anarchs spread the message to all that will listen. Time for a new day, as we have time on our side. What that means is open up to interpretation. You're starting a new day. Please give me your rouse checks.
Okay. Success. Darren remains at hunger 2.
Yay!
I'm not hungry. I'm good. Yeehaw.
Success.
I'm good too.
You did eat Alan. Well, you did eat a Alan.
We ate an Allen.
But
Yeah.
there are many Allens out there.
Many Allens.
Many Allens.
Just keeps
That's good.
multiplying.
You need to keep eating your vitamin A.
But listen, here's the thing. If we ate one Allen, just means we have the ability to eat all the other Allens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thought that applied to vitamin D.
Not on
Don't,
camera.
Junie,
Dear.
don't think about it that hard.
I don't think Darren wants to be eaten yet.
No. And
Sure,
no.
that's what it meant. Yep,
So
that's
much
exactly
no.
what it meant. Yep.
That's what it meant.
That's what I'm going with right
So many loops of no. God damn.
Okay, can I roll a hunting roll?
now. Yes, you can. If anyone needs to do hunt, please do your hunting rolls as you need. I will now go over. Let's see.
That's solid.
Yeah, I think I was at.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
so for Sin, you did not die. Yay for gold 1. And gold 2, you kind of yelled at Bob, but I think that needs to be resolved at some point. You will be finding out the fucking guys who fought in the Pain Lady soon. And you will be finding Shovelheads to experiment on at some point, yes. Tanari, what was your goals?
I survived this week. Goals were a no-no.
Fair. You survived this week. That's all that matters to you. I approve of this message. This is
Welcome to my
fine.
life.
I mean, fair. Fair. So, with this new night, where is everyone?
I think I'm failing a hunting roll.
Well, Sin would be probably at her home, waking up in her very nice bed, surrounded by all of her super nice pillows, with like rollers in her hair.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
That's a thing. That's an image.
And would be like getting up and then probably spend like the next hour getting ready to go really nowhere but to the Haven. So yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And everyone else who's living in the house.
I am probably sending my twin out for a romp to stay out of trouble, which may or may not be the best idea on the planet, but it was promised after the dress, so.
That's fair.
Bob rolled a 2 on his hunting check.
And what is he?
Sandman.
Okay. And you're at you know what? I'll give it to you that you found somebody camping in the woods that should not have been camping in the woods that are in the back of your house. They were asleep. You kind of just try to do a quick nibble, and they start waking up. So you kind of boogalooed out of there. So you got a little bit of a nip, not a full nip, but a bit of a nip. So where's your hunger at right now?
So I was at 3.
I'll say you would done it too.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'm sure you're just skipping on way back to your van.
Yep.
Darren.
Well,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He'll put his high visibility vest and clipboard away and pick up the road cones and then, put them away and drive off.
Okay. And Darren, what are you doing besides eating blue chips with no salsa and?
Oh no, he picked up a burger and some sweet potato French fries on his way back from his meeting with the black market contact to pick up some bags. So he's eating that and listening to a police scanner to see if the mortal authorities have anything to say about all these bombings that are apparently happening all over the city.
It's been hot all week. Things have been popping up left, right. Lots of fights. Do you know of 3 bombs from that night in particular that have either gone off or they caught them before it went off? You did hear that there were several vandalisms, a couple of roughing ups, and there was a huge ballroom blitz at what could be considered a brouhaha event to those in the know. They don't have any suspects at the moment, but you constantly hear a specific name. They're of a Joker gang. Not something.
Okay, see that now they have to die for being uncreative.
No.
Like
This
that's
is-
just offensive to to Darren.
People would have heard the thing of. It's not the DC Joker. It's actually the card. So they're not really going over. I'm saying this for also any kind of people go for copyright.
Copyright reasons,
Yes,
yeah.
This is not that. It's a completely other thing. It's been a throwback from season 1. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, Joker gang, like, even before DC's Joker, like,
Yeah.
Joker gang as in the card Joker was a thing for,
You
in all
also
kinds
hear
of fiction.
the
So
rumor of the Joker King is coming. It's a lot of spray painted messages. And many people are going Joker and Gesture, and they're using it interchangeably.
Okay. Can I roll a Wits and Streetwise to see what he can find out about this? Because, you know,
Sure.
information broker, it's my business.
I know. And then, Sid, what are you doing? Are you making your way over to the coterie?
Yeah.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Would my status with Chicago Kindred or contacts among the BDSM community or resources apply to this Streetwise role?
I would say more the Kindred.
Kindred, okay.
Sid, you're walking out of your house. Do me a quick wits and awareness roll. If you'd be ever so wonderful.
Oh, something I'm so good at.
I know. You're
I hate
amazing.
having to re-roll crits.
That's actually 3.
Give me 1 second. I have to throw dice at myself. Oh, bully. You will see a lady slowly walking up to you. Fantastic. I'll give you what you need in just a second, Darren. So as you are walking out, going into your car, as per usual, you know, standard thing, there is a lady gently leaning up against a fence by your car as you come down, and she just smiles and goes, "Excuse me, can I bother you for a second?"
Why, of course, dear. How can I help you?
I just have to say, I do love, you know, your style and your taste. I was wondering at some point, would you like to go out for tea?
Well, I'm hardly one to turn down tea, but may I ask who's inquiring?
Oh, forgive me. My name is Lucy.
Lucy.
Lucy, we happen to have, shall we say, what do we say? A very famous cousin.
Well, I suppose we could go out for tea.
Nothing in particularly important, but I would like to actually get you to chat a bit about some ideas and interesting, shall we say, experiments.
Well, here, let me give you my cell number,
Oh,
and
perfect.
you set up a time, and I'll let you know if it works for me.
Fantastic. You know, the dragon never sleeps, and I tend never to really wait for opportunity. I like to make it myself.
As is your right.
I take it you're well versed in our style of ways.
Well, be a pity if I wasn't.
Indeed, I heard you're also a nurse, yes?
Oh, I am.
Perfect. Ah, this is a delight. Thank you so much. I might have a couple of people that would like to inquire about your services later. Do you mind if I pass along your information?
Well, of course not, darling. You go right ahead.
Fantastic. You don't mind working at times with, shall we say, other people of different philosophies, correct?
Why would I have any issue with that?
It's a blessing to hear that. Some people are a little squirmish, but you know, if the price is right and the boons are correct, why not?
Well, in all my years nursing, I've learned you can't be too squeamish.
Exactly. I mean, how else are we supposed to get good furniture, you know?
You're not wrong.
Thank you. Well, I do appreciate it. I will not hinder you any further in your evening, but I will definitely make sure that this information goes very well.
Well, thanks for stopping by. It was lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. And she'll actually offer her hand to you.
Yeah, she'll take it.
Yeah, and it'll be a nice firm handshake. She's not going to try and overpower you.
Sin won't try either. Actually, Sin will be very light.
That's fair. And she'll just kind of smile and turn her way and pop away.
And then Sin will get into her Avon pink Cadillac and drive over to Avon.
That is a definite mental note because that pink is very, very, very well known.
She knows what she likes. All right.
This is fair. So as the people that are in the house see this Avon pink car pulling into the driveway and Sin just happily coming out, going to the door, what are y'all doing? And Darren, give me a sec. Your information, let's just say time is an illusion and it is alluding to one particular person. You also do hear that the Anarchs believe this is the time to stand up, as there is a pulley and a pit for power. You also hear that they are hiring mages and trying to bring them into the city, as some crazy ass Camarilla guy had already hired mages, and there is an app rumored to be floating around that could give you Vitae on the spot.
That just sounds like a problem.
The werewolves, unfortunately, nobody knows what's going on with them. And there was this werewolf crazy ass kindred that was once a fae that's still popping around causing chaos. But you do hear that the Fate Court is trying to, shall we say, handle the situation. There is a lot of
Retrieve.
there is a lot of gossip going on at a place called the Scarlet Drop. That is a combination of a wayward baron at the moment and the Fae that has several places in Chicago as well as in the suburbs that is known as havens for all. Think of it as Sweet Tooth. And right now everyone is trying to find out who these gestures, Joker people are, why they're doing this, and what's causing it. But you also hear that the time is looking to burst a bubble.
All I want is to live in peace, and people keep fucking that up.
Welcome to our world. So with that knowledge, you see Sin just walking her happy self to the door.
And that's
I see.
probably about when the white van pulls up into the carriage house.
So I'm gonna go downstairs and ask the housekeeper, not Gertrude, that woman needs a break, to prepare tea, particular tea, and wait downstairs with the sewing.
Gertrude, as always, makes sure that the blood is nice and warm because she warms it over a kettle and not in the microwave. She's not a heathen. And she will make sure that it's all in this very beautiful teapot and make sure that she slowly walks over to put the tea down as the smell of wafting heated vitae fills the room.
Gertrude, just because you can't die doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking rest.
I am taking rest right now. I'm doing what I have to. Why are you complaining about what I'm trying to do?
Always watching you, Swazowski.
Thank you, Gertrude.
Remember, when you were a little girl, you always turned around and had to make sure you knew everything that was going on. Why are you letting this young man do all the work, too? You need to get out, too.
That's what the dead are for.
If only your parents could see you now. Who quietly walks into the kitchen. And
Don't know, can my parents see me now?
actually, they can, which is
Yeah.
weird. I feel like I'm playing a whole family now. Dear Lord.
You're welcome.
No, you're not. As soon as you go to the door opens. Exactly. The door opens, and there you see. Darren, are you coming in and joining in into the living room?
Yeah, again.
And I'm assuming Bob is happily coming into the house too.
He's still a little hungry. So, he's not super cheerful, but he's happier than he was.
Is he coming in the front way or the back way?
Whichever way the carriage house would be in.
The carriage is in the back, so he would be coming in the
So,
back way into the kitchen.
Probably come in the back, pop into the kitchen.
He will notice that the icebox is masking tape. Well, not masking tape. Duct tape shut.
Well, that can't be good for the finish. This is no way to... Did it need a new gasket?
Gertrude just looks at him and goes, "You're ruining my food in there.
I am not.
You put your head in there, it exposes it, it starts to defrost, and then when I'm eating bad food, and then I am staying up with an upset stomach."
Bob, do not argue with my housekeeper.
Nothing some Vitae won't fix. Speaking of Vitae, have you tried mixing it with gelatin and making a solid?
I'm a ghoul. I'm not a kindred.
Blood pudding, it should be fine.
That tastes horrible. Have you actually had that?
Stop harassing my health.
I
I'm
have.
not harassing anyone. I'm just saying that this is bad for the freezer.
The freezer's fine.
She's been running this house for over 100 years. Leave her alone.
That actually explains a lot. She picked up bad habits during the Depression.
Duct tape wasn't invented during the Impression.
Speaking of picking up bad habits during the Depression, we're going to talk about that bomb in your pocket.
How did
Not
you know?
in the kitchen.
Wait, you have one on you now?
Bombs solve problems, dear.
Go put it away, and then we're going to have a talk.
It is a way.
No,
It's
I mean
right
out
here
of
where
your
I-
no, out of your pants and into your little hovel in the backyard.
Hovel.
Yes.
That is a mobile laboratory, ma'am.
I don't know what you call that death trap. I don't care.
It is a death trap, absolutely.
No bombs in the house. I think that's a good rule. Don't everybody else agree?
I'm the only one alive, and I agree.
Well, I don't agree.
Gertrude goes into the other room, pours a big, huge cup of hot Vitae, and she'll go, "Drink this, you need it. It's my form of giving you a Snickers."
Ew.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Taking over live tweeting, and I almost choked on that one.
Is
Wait,
it-
Hang on.
who is she handing the cup to? Sorry.
She's handing the cup to Bob.
I'm gonna roll wits and insight.
Yeah, those that can and will smell the Vitae coming from the living room, that smells very warm and delicious.
So I rolled one success on wits and insight.
Yeah?
So he's gonna chug it.
Okay, that's fine. You will get a point of Vitae back. So you will bring your hunger down even more. Good job. Way to go.
Okay.
Once you chug it, she will take the cup quickly and then pat you on the head, going, "Good, you're learning."
And Bob will head for the living room.
He better go to be putting that bomb away.
You know he's not going to.
Sin's
It
gonna
is
like
a way.
stomp after him, like heels just like clacking on the floor every step.
The great part of this, like he can't do what he's being asked to do without taking stains.
That's great.
Oh man.
I love it.
We're gonna have
Perfect.
stains by the end of the season. I
Yeah,
can tell you
yeah.
that now.
Ugh.
You're asking him to violate a conviction.
Did you make one of your convictions never to not have a bomb on you?
He's actually said his conviction aloud already this season.
Oh God! All right, sure. So yeah, Sin's just gonna walk after him and start shouting something to the effect of, "How dare you dance with me with an explosive in your pocket? Are you trying to kill me again?"
It's perfectly safe. I'm good at my craft. It's not going to do anything that I don't want it to do. And frankly, you're probably safer for me having it.
How am I safer for you having it, darling?
Because I can solve problems with it.
At least you
What?
know that he's happy to see you with something exploding.
Oh.
Ah,
We're not gonna dance again with you having a bomb in your pocket. I'm just gonna say that.
That's a real pity, ma'am.
How about
Yes, it
this?
is.
You put the bomb somewhere else, not in your pocket.
No loopholes, no workarounds.
You just said you wouldn't dance with him if he had a thing in his pocket. If it's not in his pocket, then he can dance with you.
That's an interesting proposition.
You know what? I'll just find a new dance partner.
I am sorry you feel that way.
Me too. You were wonderful.
You were not bad yourself, dear.
Oh, I know.
Great.
I'm sure you do.
Is the flirting done so that I can turn around and make sure you all have a cup of hot pie a day before I can take and clean and bleach the set out?
Oh, I'm quite finished, but would you mind fetching me a pair of socks, please? I need to do some experiments.
In my living room.
Not in my house.
I don't.
Oh
know.
no, they'll go in my pocket and I won't do the experiment till I'm back out at my van.
Oh, can I take the explosive and at least put that somewhere next to you so it's not in your pocket?
I really would prefer that no one else handle it.
Oh, I trust you. Nothing is going to handle your excitement but you.
Damn it.
Now who's being flirty?
I thought I was muted.
Oh.
Gertrude will go out to go get you a pair of socks.
At this point, Sin would just kind of roll her eyes and, make her way to go find Darren.
You're all in the living room.
Oh.
Yep.
You all kind of filter back in because no one could hold their excitement.
Darren, darling, I need another order.
All right. What are you needing?
Well, I'm kind of feeling like liver might be good.
Okay. Can't pick something up at the hospital?
Well, with all of the hubbub going around the city, the hospital's been a bit busier than usual and
That's fair.
more eyes.
Let me reach out, see what I can find.
I'd appreciate it.
So what happened last night? Do we have any information there?
Hey, Junie, does 7 find her liver?
Oh, yeah.
fresh liver.
Right in the fridge, actually.
Oh, perfect. Gonna start making some nice like liver and like a nice reduction, you know.
So yeah, Darren, I'm going to say this: knowing how you are in the black market, and knowing how very little anyone besides Gertrude uses the refrigerator, you've started using that as your stocking pile.
Oh, you know.
As long as everything's clearly labeled, Gertrude's not going to care.
Oh yeah, no. Darren is very organized.
And if Darren asks for a human smoothie, Gertrude knows exactly what goes into it and makes it. She actually orders monthly to-go cups with straws.
She's perfect.
Oh, my NPCs are perfect. Thank you.
Back in a moment.
Except
Okay.
for that inexplicable squeamishness about Bob's talents.
I never say anything about his talents, just the product of those talents being on my living room floor.
I'm never sloppy enough to put it on the floor.
Or on my furniture.
That's
Or in
why
your
it stays in the pocket.
Or in your pants, which is on my furniture. Keep your excitement where it needs to be. In the van. No, I'm not trying to kill my players with laughter at all. No.
Oh, you know, it's so much worse that he's got like unmarked white van too. Like it's just so much worse.
Yep. Oh man.
So Tanara, you're here. Tanara, you're hearing all of this as your character, and you do see your parents walking around, and your grandmother just stop, look at Bob, look at you, put her hands on her hips, shake her head, and just throw her hands up in the air and walk up the stairs.
Well, ghouls of the past don't much like you, but there's a different problem there. We're not exactly the Toreador they served.
Gertrude will hand Bob the socks and go, so what happened to this party you guys all went to last week?
Someone was wiring other kindred up to explode.
And you had a bomb in your pocket that saved you how?
Oh, the bomb didn't that time. It was just a good distraction.
So you had excitement in your pants and they were not excited.
More to say that they weren't impressed.
Oh, was it big enough?
Something like that.
It pays to be underestimated.
Well, there was a lady that came here earlier, and she wanted to know if you guys were awake. I said no. You weren't. I think you all woke up about 15 minutes after she left.
You leave a number?
No. She said she'd come back later.
Do you
Description.
have...
Yay high. Blonde hair. She looked like she was one of those ruffians. She wore all leather. Lots of knives around her body. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
I'm sorry. Out of character, my brain still calls her Sheriff Shooty Bitch.
Wow.
No, Gwen's a redhead.
Okay.
I need to move the van.
You know this one.
I know a couple of people it could be.
Fine, put it in the garage.
Better say... Oh, no. I need a good field of fire just in case.
Gertrude, put away the animals.
They're with your sister. She left as soon as she woke up.
She took a flock of chickens with her.
I mean, she has a flock of seagulls with her all the time.
I meant the livestock.
Oh.
It's night. They're already put up.
I'll go find out.
Junie,
Yes.
would a 6 on wits and streetwise give Darren any idea as to what or who this person might be?
Kindred of blonde, long, honey golden blonde hair. Is known as Vicky. Very proficient in knives, especially swords. She has been running around a bit of last year with said redhead, but rumors is she's a Tarkus, and she's not a standard kindred. Not a surprise.
I mean, yeah, she came by, 15 minutes before we were up, so that means either High Humanity, Golconda, or Thin Blood. So, regardless, Darren goes and gets the shotgun as well as the pistol,
That's
just in
fair.
case.
Bob's gonna pull the van kind of off to the side where the back door's facing the way that people would have to come from to get to the house. He's got his old the thing that he was embraced for, he's got one that he built in the back of the van that's modernized.
Okay.
So he could just pop the back doors open, swing it out, and hose down anything coming up towards the house.
Okay. As you guys are doing this, are you guys talking about anything in particular, or sharing information, or just getting ready?
Darren would have let everyone know about Vicky and, that it's probably a friendly visit, but never pays to be, unprepared. So.
Do you want claymores, or should I just stick with the crew served?
Why is that your first response?
I would say let's hold off on the claymores, especially since Talia's out somewhere in the woods.
Well, I mean, by the time you need them, it's too late to set them up. That's why I
Have a
asked.
stupid dice roll. Hold
And
on.
if we're ever under siege, or going to be under siege, then yes, we will want claymores set up. But for now, we're not going to.
I've
Character
heard-
sheet depicts. God damn it. At the mention of Talia being in the woods where you want to go claim or something, the weapons come out, the feral. The ears are clearly visible, and Evelyn sits there and tells him with a glare, if you blow my sister to bits, you will be next.
Claymores are directional. I like them because they give me very tight control over what's affected and what's not.
Yes, but there's no control over my sister. I'm going to go text.
Okay,
Find a phone and text and tell her to stay the hell away from the house.
that's fine.
Clearly, nobody else here knows anything about showing some hospitality to guests.
Well, we
No.
can have hospitality once we make sure that the guests aren't going to try and kill us.
Guests are invited.
The tea is already out. This is measures for safety, presumably.
I think it's called overkill.
There is no overkill. There is only open fire, and I need to reload.
You need to
Know
go
nothing of
downstairs for
subtlety.
this visit.
You know nothing of survival.
Oh, I know of survival. But I don't think you said it yourself that you don't think that this is going to be a problem. And yet you're
I don't.
advocating for the claymores.
No, I said no to the claymores.
All right. Well, as long as we're all on board about no claymores.
Claymores are a bit too above the radar for my liking for our haven.
At this, there is a knock on the door.
So Bob was out in a van. Would he have seen anyone approaching?
No. He does not have sensing unseen.
I don't think I'm anywhere near a window, am I?
Anyone can go to the window or to the door.
Yeah, Darren's just gonna go to the door.
And there's the blonde. She's not in all leather right now. She's in a nicer outfit. More cardigan, nice shirt, ripped jeans. The shirt just reads, I'm not your healer. But, she does have a couple of weapons on her, but you can see that they're just the holsters. There's no weapons actually in them.
Darren's just wearing his usual, tracksuit, and she's just like, "Oh, hello, Vicky.
Evening.
Come on in."
Thanks. I heard something about claymores. I brought mine, but it really does weigh down the bike a bit.
You can leave it at the bike. I don't think we'll need it tonight.
You never know when you need a 6-foot sword just for a bit of fun.
It's true. Would you care for some tea?
I'd love some.
Excellent.
She'll,
And he just leads her back to the living room.
she'll wave. Hey, Sane, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Still undead.
I'm sorry. Have we met before?
In theory, no. But hi. You've seen me. No, you haven't seen me. We've passed ways a couple of times.
Ah, well.
I heard
Welcome.
about your work. It's great.
Oh, good.
You're Bob.
Bob is still out in the van, actually.
He's not here, but I'm pointing at a place where Bob would have been.
Bob is still waiting for someone to approach next to his crew-served machine gun.
I think that's a good place for Bob to be right now.
She will mention this to Darren. I think he's still waiting in front of me. You might want to call him in.
No, he can stew out there for a few more minutes.
Oh, you're Evelyn, aren't you?
I am. Nice
Yes.
to meet you, Vicky.
Pleasure.
Emphasis on the evil.
Is she evil? I thought she's pretty delightful. Oh wait. Is this because of the whole thing?
Oh no, I just like rattling her chain.
She's got a
You
chain
don't
on.
bother me so much
And-
as the bomb.
He looks at Evelyn and is just like, yes, that was a gangrel comment.
Wait.
All right.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. You have to remember I was raised by a Toreador.
That's fair.
Hmm.
I mean, you're walking in and you can tell this is a Toreador house.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, how you doing? And you doing better than what you were last Saturday?
Eh,
Things were relocated. I have an address for you. And she'll fish into her pocket and hand Darren a new address.
excellent, thank you.
Who wants the info?
I mean, all of us do. And he just texts Bob. He's like, guest arrived, come on in.
Who'll be paying for the info?
How much were you promised?
Me? Well, since you're a friend of a friend, I'll give you the discount price. 2 small boons.
I can swing that.
Alright. And she'll pull out a little black book and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Bob will get the text and swear a little bit about missing them. And then text back and ask friendly.
He just gets a reply so far.
Better bring the Tommy gun just to be safe. Nah, Sten's easier to conceal. No,
Okay. Let's go.
grab his Sten gun and tuck it inside his jacket and head to the house.
It doesn't take you long to get in there. Evelyn, everyone's in the living room, and you see Gertrude going in with a new tea kettle to switch out the old and come back with the new. And you will see everyone in there. And Vicky's just kind of leaning against kind of like a door, kind of like the wall, going, "That was an impressive setup you have up there." And she'll look right at Bob when he walks in.
Thanks.
You don't blow people often, do you?
It's one of the things I do for paying the bills, so to speak.
Oh, you guys pay bills, eh?
We all need things now and then. Spoons make the world go round.
Hey, I do.
And Cash makes sure that things stay out of mortal sight.
That and good technology. So, right. There's a lot of push and go here. I won't be brief. If you got questions, I'll give you the introductory fee on that one. So, you guys got hit by people that are trying to kill out and knock off either A, high power Chimarella, or B, high power Anox. Whoever you tangled with, I'll let you decide on which one's which. I just heard you were in a fight.
Well, it was more that they attacked Gwen, but they did it at the Painted Ladies Club, and I took personal offense to that.
Well, good thing they're dead. Second, their lasers getting charged, which means there's going to be, shall we say, don't go into Barwin anytime soon. Bad day for you.
Fair
So
enough.
you said they were going after both Anarch and Camarilla, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know what group this one's behind? Is behind this, or
Their own
not
group.
really? So, Autarchus then.
It's coming from all sides.
Question.
Answer.
Do you know if their target was Gwen or if it was the Painted Lady?
Good question. They're both high people, aren't they?
They are, and while they were fighting with Gwen, they were doing it in the Painted Ladies Club, and who knew that Gwen was going to be there that night? I'd say a lot more people would have known that the Painted Lady was likely to be there than Gwen. It's possible she stumbled into something else.
Buy two, get one for free.
Or, target of opportunity when you're going after someone else.
It's quite possible. I didn't think about that one. But good idea.
Gwen would be quite the target of opportunity, all things considered.
Among other things, I'd assume that they would send more kindred if they were genuinely going for her as a primary objective.
Yeah, and better kindred.
Yeah.
These were barely above shovelheads.
Speaking of which, one of their main lieutenants was a shovelhead.
I told you we should have taken them as test subjects.
Yes, well, we didn't exactly have time, what with some people insisting to go to a party. And it wouldn't have stopped anything if we had taken the time before the party to do that, considering all of this was something that would take weeks, if not months, to set in motion.
That's fair.
Best part of all of this is that I got a 2-for-1 special, and you guys weren't the only ones who got, shall we say, your evening interrupted.
The good news is, Darren, that this probably means that there's a lot more people in the market for both of our services right now.
Oh, definitely. But the problem I have right now is either this is an autarchist group, which puts us in a bit of trouble trying to seek them out and everything, since they don't have to be through any normal channels and they don't necessarily use any tactics we're used to, or it's a Sabbat pack wanting to go big. And that's a problem all on its own, because you and I both know how the Sabbat go when they decide to go big.
True enough. Nothing a little white phosphorus can't. Okay, a lot of white phosphorus can't cure.
What are you trying to use white phosphorus for? Because this is a fucking big city, my dude.
I remember when they came through New Mexico.
That's a different story for a different time.
I mean, it was a different time. It was back in the 1800s, but
I know. Kind of was slightly not trying to be there, but being there, but not being there, if you're getting my drift.
yeah, I made sure to not be there very quickly.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I remember their tactics. They just go for human wave, essentially. Not human, but you know what I mean. Kindred wave tactics. You can burn an entire group of them, and they will just climb right over the bodies to come at you.
That sort of thing is why I was... Let's just say that, in a manner of speaking, countering that's my reason for being.
Right, so we have a survivalist and a blowing shit up dude. Then we have an are you still in the nursing profession, ma'am?
Oh, I am.
Okay, so we got a healer. And Miss Evelyn, what do you tend to prefer to do as your natural profession?
Sewing.
Anything particular in the nights for things?
Deliberately pop those, right?
Oh, the right. Do you use them often?
Not as often as seeing things that aren't there, apparently.
Oh, okay, so you don't give it things on the other side, eh? Well, that's good. Well, I'm good with blades. And killing people.
Probably going to be a skill in high demand.
Oh, you got wrecked up on that one. I got a couple for you, ironically enough. Seems that Ballard's wanting to put a hit on several people that are, shall we say, not desirable in one faction or another.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And just who earned Mr. Ballard's ire this time?
There's a whole group in East Chicago.
Got a name for me?
I got a list. I go half to half on it.
Sure, why not?
Alright, then I'll take your 2 boons and I'll bring it down to 1.
Alright.
And she will give that to you. Why are you guys rolling? Out of curiosity now.
I had actually... So there would have been a reaction.
Uh-huh.
I rolled... so in the background,
Uh-huh.
when there was the comment about Sin being the healer, there would have been a reaction there. Bob rolled a flat 4
Mm-hmm.
on his manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that depending on how other people rolled, they might notice a reaction. So far, we're good.
Okay, wait. Do I need to roll a reaction?
No, but about one of his disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
He,
Thanks, that'll
yeah.
help. So it's-
Spoiler alert, she wasn't.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Oh my god.
Yes, you can.
Why?
And
It's in
so
the
it
back pocket.
begins.
It is in the back pocket. I'm
So
doing it
it
right now.
begins.
Actually, hold on. Give me a second. I need a number 1 to 10.
From who?
7?
From Evelyn. 7? Oh, shit. Okay, that's a nat 10. All right. You
I just
want
got railroaded, didn't I?
No, you did not. But you know what? Something clicks in your head when she says Ballard's out for blood. And Ballard's got a list. And we'll give you that in about 10 minutes. So enjoy the break, guys. Because I want to keep people hanging. And I may be a bit of an asshole. But this is what keeps you all on edge, right?
It's a good time to do it.
I was gonna say, should I have rolled performance and manipulation when she said a healer?
I mean, maybe.
Stick around much.
What do I have to roll for that anyway, Junie?
To cut bacon?
No, to call the strays in the area.
Animal king?
No, to totally cut bacon.
You know, unless you have,
roll Dex.
I feel like that's Dex plus athletics.
No, but wouldn't that be strength plus dex because the strength to actually cut through the bacon? Because sometimes it's a bitch to get through.
It's not wrong.
It's just bacon. Boy, I hope Small
No,
Bacon's
when you
not
have
watching
the
right now.
really- If you have the really good thick bacon, sometimes it can be a bitch if the knife's not sharp enough.
No, I feel like that would be strength plus melee. Oh, maybe
Why are we having this conversation?
Why
I
would
think
Amelia
Dex
or
plus
Charlotte
melee.
allow dull knives into the kitchen?
Because they
Do you
more
have?
damage.
If you have any points in strength or Dex, I would assume that you can cut bacon.
I mean, it's very important though. Do you chop off a finger accidentally and then give the cats an extra, bite?
Not recently, thank you.
We broke you.
Jonah, you've got to find a rule book and tell me what the hell I'm supposed to roll to call cats.
Are you using the proper cutting techniques? Not extending your fingers to
We-
hold the bacon?
Oh, we moved on from the bacon. Stop.
No, I'm legit fucking concerned now.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna release. I'm gonna take my fangs out of it. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna cut it in a little bits.
Okay,
I'm just
I
gonna-
think that it would be Dex and melee, right?
I think Dex and melee are Dex and melee is probably the better choice.
There, Dex and melee.
If
You
you're
answered
gonna
our own
roll
question.
that, should you roll that though? I feel like that's taken IRL rolling to a new extreme. Like you roll a 1 and you're like, oh, there goes my hand.
She's gonna like keep track of that timing and pull out her phone and see if it's from Gabe finally that says, where are you, mommy dearest? The baby wants a puppy and daddy just can't deal with this nonsense anymore.
Shit's getting weird, yo.
You want to see how it's done? I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna put my 3 fingers in between and use premonition.
I run up and do it again on that tree before he can touch the tree.
I will punch you square in your fucking vision eye.
Oh.
Jesus.
Don't put
Probably
me
would've
under
said something
him.
like, "Oh, was it
His
good for you
mouth's too
too?" Like,
small.
no, I was quick.
Okay, that's another thorn. All right, look.
What? It was quick.
You try to de-throat a microphone one time, all right, and it just all goes out the window.
Really, if I just need to borrow the helicopter, I just let you know.
Sure, why not?
You know what? Why don't you book it for me for Wednesday? I think I'll need it then.
Well, I'm not sure that booking it is the right term. I'll text the pilots to be ready. About what time?
Oh, let's call it early evening.
So say 7:30.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you need the big one or the little one?
The big one, please.
Okay. Done.
Just gonna say, hog in the back, up towards Gwen.
No, bacon in the back seat.
Nah. Yeah, bitch. No.
Yeah, it takes one to know one.
There's a Harley.
50,000.
Okay, so I'm flush right now. I'm good for
So with
probably a week or 3.
that, not wrong.
well, with the way people keep leaving the water on when they take goddamn showers, I'd have to pay for that.
I just like to smell pretty, alright?
Fucking Gabe.
One site. Did she explain what the technocracy is?
Nope.
Bunch of nerdy mages that have hard on for reading.
Oh yeah, that.
Kind of.
Basically, like you.
Gwen falls over laughing. Artemis falls over laughing. The tape falls over laughing. We burn the table.
I'm like actually doing this in character.
We're all murder hobos.
No.
Not quite.
No.
No, you can't.
I
be
could be a
murder hobos.
lot worse.
This is true.
You own a home. You are murder homeowners.
That's true.
No, you're a murder baron now, remember?
Oh, yeah. Trade my power for glory.
And
Unseat my seatbelt and get out and say, "Get Victoria home," and I dip out of the car.
What are you doing? I jump out of the car too. No.
Child safety locks. Fuck you.
I'm in the front seat. They don't have to
I
look
know.
at me.
I know. You would think.
Nope, I have
Gwen's
that
just
too.
like, the fuck?
What just happened? No one knows. What is Malky thinking?
No, what's Toreador thinking?
Oh Lord, Artemis, it's Gabe. Can you hear me?
You're on speakerphone.
Yes, apparently.
Artemis, darling, listen. I had to cut your brother up to save him. He will be fine. I just need to put him back together. You can be pissed at me later, but right now we have to find a puppy. You
You're
like
not
the
a
puppy?
Zenisi. You don't even have that capability, do you? Did you eat one?
No, but that's beside the point. Anyway, look.
What?
How did Artemis become the babysitter? What the hell?
That's the way it's always been.
You like the puppy, right? We have to go find the puppy.
You like the puppy?
The puppy's the only decent one out of you guys.
Wait a minute. You found William. You C3PO'd my brother.
He
and
was
you're
already.
going to Chewbacca?
He was already C3. I just PO'd.
It's literally when you go to open your doors, there is no apartment.
I'll be right back.
I sort of walked over there. I opened the door, I closed the door. God damn it!
In his direct line, you would get, of course, his standard, "You have reached William. Please leave a message and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience."
You have reached.
You have reached.
You have reached
Marriage.
William. Please message me at your earliest convenience.
I'm pretty sure even Jean-Luc would take offense to this.
Because while we are waiting... So I kind of am changing the music a little bit. Un momento.
Dunce, 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 dunce. Dunce, 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 dunce.
Fuck you!
Das System is down, 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 down.
Can I retract my statement about the music in the club being pumping?
And,
Whoa! No, steak knife bad. Put this in the sink.
Wrong
No.
night.
Fire
Saturday
knife is
thing.
bad. Just like dice in the oven in the Batman car. What?
Not enough premonition. He didn't do premonition that much. Oh, she's gone. She's gone.
Is she grabbing her inhaler? Oh, no, she's going to me.
She just walked out.
Yes!
That needs to be a clip. We need. I don't care if it's gonna fuck up my internet.
No, I think my neighbors are all thinking I'm insane.
Frank's gonna bleed out, or Frank's gonna bleed out.
Wait,
William's gonna
don't we
bleed
know
out.
a Russian? Call that Russian person.
What Russian person?
Yeah, call the Russian.
Olga. Call Olga.
I don't have Olga's number.
I have to hang up with you guys to call Olga.
All right, wonderful. I'll text you where we're gonna be.
Oh God.
Love you. Kisses. Bye.
Fuck you.
What a condescending fucking Tremere.
Wait a minute.
I hate dial
Did
on
he
Olga's
actually
number.
say he loved you? Wait a minute. If you guys all in a relationship that I don't know about.
Take and I kiss and I use premonition.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You asshole!
You should have seen this coming.
I had considered not doing it, just everyone off.
Hi,
But
buddy.
To do this, but we're totally gonna do this.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. So,
Okay.
welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. It took me several hours to go through a lot of cuts and a lot of things, and yeah, good times. Just remember, don't make sure the cave does not, just PO your brother. It's difficult.
Look, if they're C3, they're getting PO'd, okay?
Why
Like,
didn't you just be Chewbacca and put them all
All
in
right,
a sack?
it's a PO or a KO. Pick one.
listen, don't be jealous because I know how to do a puzzle, okay? Just because that puzzle happens to be in the form of a kindred doesn't mean anything.
I wish this was the first time I'd said this to people, but it is not even close. Meat puzzles are bad.
I mean,
That's only if you don't refrigerate them.
Oh God.
I mean, I think they taste pretty good, actually, but it's just me.
Are you talking about meat puzzles or meat popsicles?
Puzzles.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, look, I'm married into his family, all right?
Okay, chat,
get
need
no
a vote.
respect.
Need a vote, chat. What's better, meat puzzles or meat popsicles?
So while they're doing that, oh sweet Jesus.
Hang on, no,
I mean,
we need an actual poll.
You
I
can
know,
do
we
a
need a
poll.
poll.
You can do a poll.
Am I doing a poll?
Do a poll. Meat
Do a poll.
puzzles or meat
I don't know how to
popsicles?
do a poll? The fuck?
Oh god, I wish I was logged
One
in
of your
as you.
Hold
mods
on.
should be able to.
Hold on. Create poll. What is better? Meat. Hold on. I can't believe I'm doing this in the middle of storytelling. Meat meat puzzles, or meat popsicles. Sorry if it's. Yeah. How do you do the voting?
Okay, so question is, what is better? Option A is meat puzzles. Option B is meat popsicles.
This is something I don't do on a regular.
You're learning. This is
I've been on
congratulations. You're
Twitch for
growing
now
as a streamer.
9 years of doing this. I can't believe I'm only going to keep this open for like 2 minutes. So
It's okay. They only added the poll option like 2 years ago.
Okay,
so,
good.
you know.
Great. I can't believe I'm doing. Okay, so now while that's going on, here we go.
Hang on, I've got a vote.
Oh sweet Jesus!
Yep, got to vote.
Has everyone voted? You got time. Trust me on this. So while that's
so
going
concerned.
on, Evelyn, you're standing in the
Yes.
middle of the living room. You're listening to all this going on, and it hits you. You just start staring out into nowhere. Everyone else is preoccupied, so they really don't notice that you've just kind of gone into La La Land for a moment. And as the names of these people are coming up, and as the names of other people are coming up, you kind of remember in the back of your mind that you had met many of these people at old society balls, at old society places. And as you're starting to put together the pieces of this weird ass puzzle, not a beat puzzle, I'd like to point that out. But, you know, you realize they're all interconnected. And your vision starts to show you, you've danced with this person, you've met Gwen before, you've seen this blonde woman before, you don't remember when. You know who you know who Ballard is. And it's all this intricate waltz, people changing partners, changing information, and they're all interconnected into a web. It's a kindred lifestyle. It's a Chicago lifestyle. And you remember the days of gangsters and mobsters, and you remember if somebody turned around and did something to somebody, they turned around and retaliated. This seems to be a retaliation. Of what? You don't know. And as you come back, they're talking about weapons, and you just see Vicky handing Darren half a list. Are we good with the poll now? Can I review results?
Yes.
Okay, apparently our results are in, and it is It's meat puzzles by 63% and meat popsicles by 38%. Are we happy?
I'm very happy.
Okay, good.
Did you throw bits at that poll?
That wasn't turned on.
No.
Okay.
So next time, turn it on so that people can vote with get extra votes with bits and channel points. It's a way to get rid of channel points.
Yeah.
I am now looking at the
or as we like to call
63K
it
in
on
the
one of the
corner.
streams I mod for, give us actual democracy, not idealized democracy.
Right. So the stupid dice happen. So they are in my bag now.
Perfect.
At the realization that this might be a retaliation, I'm gonna walk up to Bob and pull premonition.
Oh, Christ, oh fucking mighty.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you gotta give me a rouse check and then give me the roll.
Oh boy.
Why?
7. What do I roll
Hang
for
on.
premonition?
Oh, fuck my life in a handbasket.
So anyway, while Evelyn's doing that,
Yeah.
Darren's going to be taking the list and checking it twice and seeing which of the names that he already knows.
And which ones are naughty and nice?
I mean, that's why he wants to know whose they are, because then he'll know if they're naughty or nice.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm pulling up my book.
Ari.
Are you? I'm getting flashbacks of not only a specific Malkavian, James, and a Toreador, Victoria, that tend to use that all the fucking time.
By the way, you don't need to walk up to do it. You can do it on line of sight.
Yeah, you can.
It might be an excuse to hit you.
That's fair.
Are you hitting him?
No more than any lady would, so no, not really.
Oh god, I think it's Wits. Of course, I don't have it open right now. Give me a minute.
I mean, would Wits and Streetwise work with status Chicago Kindred?
Sure, that does work. Give me a second. I'm pulling up my drive because I don't have my book at the moment.
Okay.
Are you looking for premonition or are
Yeah.
you okay?
Tenari decided.
One second,
to
I
hit me
got
upside-
it.
Okay, cool. Tenari decided to hit me up sideways. I don't memorize these things. Why? I already have so much memory in here.
So basically, how it works is,
She wants a rouse check, and then
yeah, you roll a rouse check,
6. All right,
and it's
succeeded that.
I think it's resolve and auspex.
Yeah.
And then your successes there dictates what vision you get.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Okay. Not the wheelhouse, but that's actually not a bad set of rolls. Four?
Okay. So I'm gonna go with. We're gonna do 2 for round. Poor Bob and Cy and Darren. Well, no, Darren's actually rolling shit. So as you're going down this list, you're starting to notice names. Not only are they your business partners, But you know some people in the information gathering list that you know of. People that you've worked with, people that you have boons with, people that have boons for you. So it's looking like he's turning around and trying to whittle away at some kind of connectional issue, like stopping the information flow.
Like Bob is.
With his hand, yes. Hang
on, I need to check some convictions.
That's fine. And while you're doing that, Evelyn, as you touch Bob's whatever, I don't know where you're touching. You might want to actually skid a little bit more so people can see
Shoulder.
your face. Good.
Shoulder.
As you're
At
touching,
least it's not his excitement.
that just ends up in a big huge boom. So as you
I'm
touch,
thinking more of a bang, but you know.
well, no, knowing Bob's bombs, they're probably packed to blow, and it's just not a boom; it's a boom.
If you're close enough to Bob's bomb for it to matter when it goes off, you won't actually hear anything.
Now that we've killed Tadari, because she did not expect we were going to go there. As you touch his shoulder, the premonition just takes you. It's a literal flashbang in your mind. You see him working on bombs. You see some of them have blown up. You see him plant bombs. You see him giggle and snicker at times because he knows that this is going to be a good one. He can't wait to see the explosion. You also see him tinkering with his guns and talking at times with Darren. There's no sound to any of this. But you do see him creeping quietly along some corridor. You don't know what, but he's, whistling away, and he's putting down a bomb. He's putting down a bomb, and it looks like they have names on them, like he named his bombs. And then, as he whistles out, there's Darren. They do this big, huge high five, and they jump into his van, and as they go away, you can see this big, huge skyscraper starting to explode. And it looks like it's in downtown.
One minor note there, if he does label his bombs, there would be gift labels with the to and from, like you would put on a Christmas present.
Yes, that is the label that's on them. To so-and-so, Bob.
Or the name of the client.
I said, yeah.
Some clients will pay extra for that.
That's fair.
She's gonna stop, pull her hand back, look him in the eye, and tell him, "I don't know what broke you, but you stay out of my basement."
Why would I go in your basement?
I'm just pointing it out now. And she's just gonna turn and walk away.
What's in the basement?
You don't want to know.
Hey, Vicky.
Aye.
Actually, storyteller question. Did Vicky show him the whole list and just share, or did she just show him half of it?
Just showed him half. Because I can do that.
Mm-hmm. He's just going to look Vicky in the eye and say, my name wouldn't happen to be on the half kept, now would it?
She actually pauses for a moment, pulls out her list. No, you're in the clear. Otherwise, I'd be having this conversation with you as a ghost. But you know,
I'm going to wits insight that real quick.
Yeah, sure. You don't see me rolling.
That's a 4.
As you see, I am not rolling, so she is not lying. So could that just be unprofessional of me?
Oh, you never know.
Oh,
some
do.
kindred are unprofessional.
I know,
so.
it's Reed.
Mm-hmm. But all right, I'll take care of the names on this list.
Though, between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
if some of them were to skip town, I think that would be a good thing of crossing off the list and getting a little bit of a chatter on it.
As long as they're not around, that's what Mr. Ballard cares about.
Oh, I mean, I've been throwing a couple and I'm not going to mention to the Sulfur Barons. Why? They're out. I mean, if they come in, it's not my fault. He didn't actually state in his thing how they were to disappear.
That's fine. I have some contacts that could make someone disappear, and even if they came back, they probably wouldn't know, and neither would anyone else.
Mind you, they're all kindred, basic clans. I pulled the Nosferatu out. I'm gonna tell you why. You ever want to fuck with a Nosferatu? I don't.
Nah.
Good times.
I'm on too good of terms with Evelyn to want to mess with her clan.
I know where Nika, let me tell you, goes back a bit.
You know.
Also, I've seen what happens to princes that mess with the Nosferatu too much, so.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Bob.
If there's folks on either half of that list that would be interested in the opportunity to skip town for a fee without anyone thinking that they might need to be looked for, I believe that's something that we could help arrange for a reasonable fee.
Oh, you're looking at transport it. So I can send them to y'all and you guys can then turn around and kind of get them to go.
Well, we can also make it that no one is looking for them because they think that they're dead already.
It'd be a real shame if someone's haven were to burn down right after they skipped town, you know?
Oh, that's fair. Hey, any of you guys good with matches?
I might know a thing or two.
Because you've done
Gives him a warning glare.
Let's just say Bob and I have been in business for a long time, and we don't stay in business by leaving trace evidence.
Okay, fair enough. Do I need to get you into the information highway that we use over at the school at Drop, or are you all good with that?
I think I'm good.
I wouldn't say no to an introduction.
Alright, I can do that. How are you guys good with the Fae?
Oh, are we talking with Faye now?
Who do you think runs it?
So I shouldn't bring the cold forged core ammunition.
Would you take a nuclear weapon into Elysium that was already
You know, I heard a
armed?
rumor about a guy.
That was already armed.
I heard a rumor about a guy.
Can we not mention Morgan, please? I've done a lot of damage control over that fucking Ventrue.
Oh,
You've got to admit he has style.
No,
He has something.
He has a style of giving me a headache. I had to pull some strings to cover up some of that shit because of people I owed.
That
Anyhow.
was entertaining only to the point of, oh shit, he was serious.
Yeah.
I have
But
no problem
yes,
with the Fae.
Okay, good.
an introduction to the fair folk wouldn't be amiss.
How are you guys good with pixies? And I'm not talking about the ones on the stick.
As long as they don't try and take things that are mine.
Okay, fair.
Can't say I ever recall dealing with them.
Don't let them see any of your excitement.
Actually, if you could bring.
Wait, are we
something to
still
put-
doing that euphemism thing?
Yes.
Oh.
If you could put your euphemism of excitement, how much of excitement are we talking about?
Please don't help.
Depends on the day.
Nothing out of bounds for South Chicago.
Wait a minute.
That's not helping.
Should I just introduce him with a satyr if we're talking excitement?
Depends on what they want to pay. I see no reason why my rates should be different for them than they are for anyone else.
Wait, what kind of excitement are you talking about?
The high yield kind.
Never mind. That's just trolling.
I think a meeting with the
Although
other
if you-
information networks is reasonable.
If you know any of those, what are they, tinkerers? You know, the ones that make things.
The ones that swear a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. She'll
they
just,
might want to meet him.
She just kind of shows up her thing, and it's a steampunk gun. Oh, I know 'em. Pretty good too, actually.
That looks interesting.
No, you can't have it.
I just wanted to look at it.
Both of you put your excitement back in your pants so we can do our things.
I don't put this in my pants. This has got cryo bullets in them. I'll be freezing myself off, actually. It's actually
He has
de-excitement.
a bomb
You know,
in
did
his
you know
pants.
that-
I'm not concerned with common sense anymore.
Did you know that the humans actually do that as a method of weight loss now? They'll freeze parts of themselves, and then when it thaws, their body reabsorbs it. They do it to lose weight.
Gertrude, duct tape close the other icebox, please.
Yes, ma'am.
That is going to ruin the finish on your freezer.
It's an old-fashioned box. We're fine.
That's why it concerns me. It's
Anyhow,
antique.
Vicky, how about that introduction?
Sure. She looks at her clock. I'm looking at my clock. I don't have time tonight. Shit. Okay, tomorrow. Next time. All right. She'll go, okay, well, her name is Boblin the Goblin.
What do I roll to see if I've heard of her? Streetwise?
Street with what? Yeah, street and witwise. Street and witwise. That's it. Yep.
Street
We're
and
going.
witwise.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't say the word.
Question.
Answer.
Would status with the Painted Lady and art enthusiasts?
Art, yes.
Okay.
Painted Lady, not so much. Wrong
but
circles.
It is specifically Painted Lady and art enthusiasts.
It would be art enthusiast more
Okay.
so than Painted Lady.
Yeah.
She's not a satyr.
Flat 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just 4.
Okay, so great, both of you got 4. Fantastic. So, in the deep recesses of your mind, you have heard for many a year about a strange woman known as Boblin the Goblin. She is not just a person that loves D&D. This woman wears dice everywhere she possibly can and is a very good barista and knows very much about people when she meets them. She's also, for your edifications, shall we say, very high up in certain realms due to who her mother is. And I hope I have ice cream. So you would know that she is a high-ranking official within her people. Yay. And for Sin, if she's ever stopped with her fellow nurses or had, shall we say, talked, there is a way of hearing that a dice girl runs around certain hospitals giving children small little organza bags of dice and encouraging them to play D&D.
She's probably a nuisance.
Hey, I take offense to that.
I've heard properly. She's the
I
Baron's
resemble that
nuisance.
But that's what you two will know, and Sin would know it more of. There is a dice girl that goes around gobbling up dice and does encourage children to be, shall we say, rather rambunctious in the hospital. I'm not sorry.
You kidding? I spent time in the children's hospital this week. That's a bonus.
I know, fair, right? Well, yes. I can definitely give you her name, her number, and if you wanted to meet her next week, I could definitely get you, shall we say, a couple of special tickets into.
I think we should.
Into that.
Yeah, I think we should definitely pencil that in for next week.
I would say glitter it in because that woman is nothing more than glitter on a stick. Oh,
hey!
Wear clothes that are either going to be trashed afterwards, or you can handle glitter because glitter literally comes out of her like a hose at times.
So burn clothes that are ready to be burned. Got it.
I can also supply hazmat suits if needed.
Oh no, I wouldn't say hazmat. She gets slightly offended at that, but just clothes that you don't mind to get rid of afterwards. Unless, and she points over to Evelyn, unless you like glitter.
We'll see what Talia has to say about
You know
it.
those little white onesies that the Chinese health people wear when they're cementing their people into the, buildings over there without food or water?
It's been an age or two, but I don't think they do that in practice anymore.
Well, there's some videos of it on YouTube.
Your YouTube algorithm is fascinating to me.
It's terrifying to me.
It tends to diverge from the average a bit when you start looking up the sorts of resources that I use.
How many watch lists are you on?
All of them.
I mean,
that's why I regularly, wipe my computer, sell it at a pawn shop, and buy a new one.
you do realize that what you're logging into with whatever access you're doing it is logged through that, not your computer, right?
I don't sign in. You can use YouTube without an account.
So you got anonymously.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Anyhow, so I gotta get going. I'm sure you'll have things you need to do. Anything else?
Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if you need anything to burn down or go boom, or know of any meetings that you'd like to know the contents of.
Fair. Also, you might want to put the charging pins back in a couple of your things around your car.
Did you park by the garden?
No.
You have your hand?
good.
Can't I see your hand? And she'll put the pins in.
You realize that armed them.
Oh, well, you better unarm them now. Toodles.
Damn it, now I've got to do EOD. I hate EOD.
I am going to update my security systems now.
And she'll just head to the door, open it up, and then close it. And vanish.
Evelyn's going to walk up behind her and flip the deadbolt.
Oh, that's fine.
Go fix your bombs. I'm going to go find my security people. Evelyn will walk away muttering, someone's going to get eaten for this.
I mean, that's not my fault.
Ooh, I'll help. Sin will follow Evelyn off.
Bob is going back to, or not Bob, sorry. Darren is going back to the police scanner and also to just start compiling the information he has on the names in the half a list that he has.
Okay. You do notice that there's no one in this coterie on your list. But you also know there's a specific painted lady that's on that list.
Well, they're
May
just
I
gonna have
see
to
that list
disappear
for-
from town.
May I see that list a moment there?
He hands it over to Evelyn.
I'm looking specifically for Catalina or Alexandrov on that list.
Let me make a roll. Alexandrov is on that list.
I rolled
good.
with storyteller permission. I rolled a science and wits to see if he can successfully disarm the bombs that she pulled all the friggin' pins out of and somehow didn't kill herself.
Weight of a feather is fantastic. Yeah, you have no problem with. You realize what she did. When she popped the pins, she didn't realize she was arming them. She thought she was disarming. And as you pop them in, you're disarming everything. And then you just see a sticker, like a sticker thing saying, "Thank you for being so kind." Heart.
Right. What do
You're
I
gonna-
roll toward the pins?
You will have to do a ritual for a night to do that. That wouldn't be a problem.
Did she blow up my yard?
No, she did not.
Oh.
Okay.
We've gone 2 whole sessions with no explosions caused by the coterie member thus far.
Yes or no?
Is that a personal goal?
Your corrosive Viate did set off the bomb, but it wasn't your bomb that you made.
Do you remember that
And
game?
it was going off anyway at that point.
That's fair.
That game from the early 90s where they made a hot potato that you could buy to play hot potato. That's you.
You're a hot potato.
Yes,
And you're going to blow up loudly eventually.
Fair. Lean this way in a little bit more, Evelyn, because we want you in the camera.
I'm trying. I'll have
That-
to adjust the camera next week.
No, that's fine.
Yep.
I just want people to see your face. We love you. Anyhow, so with that being said, and you know that there is a list going on, is there any last things that you guys want to do besides find out who's on this list? I will actually write up a list for you this week, Darren. So you're like, oh shit. Well, that's
Excellent.
doable. That's
Um,
oh fuck.
Bob would try to check the list for his contact.
Okay.
And he would also ask Darren, is there anyone on that list that you want to get off of it, either favorably or unfavorably?
Well, one of them is a regular at the Painted Lady that we're going to need to make sure disappears, but not in a fatal manner.
Understand?
But of the rest, I'm going to need to go through and see what I have on each of them before I make that decision.
Given our long history, I'm willing to do a couple jobs on the house for anyone that you deem important.
Appreciate it.
Also, feel like there's some things going on that would probably benefit from some of my less widely advertised services. If you come across any opportunities there, I'd be obliged.
Will do. This is... Ballard's doing something big. I don't know what, but this isn't the kind of thing you do just on a whim. This is the opening steps of something.
I'm concerned about what, honestly, given some of the names that I see on that list.
Considering some of these names are people that run in my network, that's the reason I asked Vicky if my name was on her half.
I assumed. And Bob will kind of tilt his head towards the door and say, walk with me.
Yep. And Darren will go with Bob.
Once they're kind of, he'll lead them out back where they're kind of in the open and there's no one nearby, and he'll use heightened senses to see if he can hear anyone, like eavesdropping or anything like that.
You'll probably hear Evelyn upstairs chewing out half the staff and giving them a re-education about Bob.
You know, I would think that after all this time, I would have instilled more faith in her. Anyhow, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anyone who's been seriously injured in this mess and needs to not be, that is a thing that I know how to do a thing or two about, but it would need to be very sparing, and I would require some assurances that it would not be known.
Understood.
But given the situation and the potential jeopardy to your network, I thought the offer should be made.
I appreciate it. I'll keep that in my back pocket. Just hopefully won't have to come out, you know?
Yeah, ideally, it's a sort of ability that I aspire to never need.
Mm-hmm.
Darren, give me what's in a cult. Please and thank you. Evelyn, you know
Okay.
what's going on. At least
Not
it's
terrible.
putting up with your vision. And you understand what's happening. You don't... I wouldn't know if you wanted to get involved, but you know that this is all a revenge. And something must have happened pretty bad to get to this far. Yes, Darren.
I rolled a 7 and 2 zeros. So that's a 5 crit.
All right.
I'm going to give you just the best inkling ever. You've heard of powers like this from very rare kindred. Like, so rare, they might be slightly extinct, in theory. You know it's a unicorn power. I'll let you go with it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. He's just going to keep quiet about that.
Fair enough.
My rate for that as a start would be a large boon and memory alteration for the patient.
Understandable. We also should bring Sin on any of these that we think might need some memory alteration or potentially healing, because if someone can just sew them up, it's better than you having to.
Yeah, this is not something that's really for mundane injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Things from, fire, sunlight, that sort of thing.
Yeah. All right, well, I've got dossiers to put together, so.
Let me know if you need, anything.
As soon as I know, you will.
Sounds good.
And as you
Darren just offers him a fist bump and then goes back into the
Fist bump, heads to the van.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn will stop him before he gets there to tell him that if anyone else should mess with things he leaves laying around, to let her know.
They weren't laying around. They were strategically placed, and they were disarmed.
Why I need to know. The Watchman should have stopped her from approaching those things.
If the Watchman could see her.
I'll see that you're informed, and I'll see if there are other steps I can take to prevent that.
Appreciate it. If there's anything you need to prevent that, let me know.
Need to invest in
know.
motion detection.
I know it may not seem like it, but I do take the utmost care to ensure that you and yours are not at risk.
Most of the time, it's not you I'm concerned about or a lack of work on your part. I have a great deal of faith in Thalia.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can potentially ward some components to prevent that sort of unauthorized tampering in the future.
Needs to be done. She'll go back inside.
While you guys are all talking, Sun's gotten quite a few texts going back and forth. There will be another text going. Can't wait to have you meet everyone else. You'll join in the fold quite nicely. XOXO.
Hugs, kisses to Tom.
Yes. As we fade out for the night, there will be a quiet little scene with Lucy and a certain person she's talking to, with a body that had a stake in it and looked like it was run through. And she's just slowly doing what she does best with bodies, as she's from the same clan as Sin is. And somebody is texting, telling her what what Sin's responses are. And then she'll just look to her, her companion and go, she'll do wonderful. We just need to work on her. And that's it for tonight. Thank you, everyone.
Dun, dun, dun.
We will do our traditional Thorns and Roses because I forgot to do them last week because I was not good on time, and so we stopped like 10 minutes before 9 so we could do all of the introductions and all that stuff and close out because new time schedule. I'm having to now reorganize what I'm doing and how I'm doing things. So hi, how are you guys all doing? Hopefully you had fun and good polling. We're gonna start with DeWritten for all the things.
Rose, I'm still really happy to be back. This has been going great. It's wonderful content. It's good fun to participate in. Thord, it seems I managed to once again roll a character that everyone in the coterie at best tolerates because they're useful.
But Bob, I love you, darling. You just got to get rid of that fucking bomb in your pocket.
I mean,
Darren likes Bob.
The difference here is that everyone loved Morgan when he started. Bob gets to go the opposite direction.
This is fair.
Fair.
That's fair.
Loved Morgan, but didn't bother to tell him about the fucking hunters.
You know, there's some
being
conversations
hunted?
we just didn't get. I mean, you're always being hunted, but nobody knew that. Surprise.
We were
You
not
only stop
good
being hunted if you're
informants.
dead.
Technically, no. You stop being hunted if all the hunters are dead, too.
There.
There are always more hunters.
Yeah, the human race can't help it make more. Was there
Industrialization is a thing.
did you have a thorn, or were you good?
It's hot in here.
You live in a desert frying pit.
Technically, I live in a subtropical biome.
Hell. It's hell. Just take
Are we
it
just
and run with it.
Minecrafting this now?
Some of the stuff, some of how the bombs are handled feels a little weird, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me getting used to it.
Maybe that's the euphemisms.
Hey, you always told me I did sequin innuendos. I'm just blatantly innuendoing all this shit because I can't help it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a thorn, but I don't know. If you pull the pin on a claymore, walking back in front of it is bad.
Good to know because I don't have a claymore. Actually,
she should have died. She should have died.
The funny thing is you guys were talking about this, and I'm thinking, why are we talking about swords? I did not even
So
think about bombs.
I knew when he said Claymore that what he was talking about, and then so when she said sword, I was like, Junie went the other way. Okay.
I was totally in the sword category. I am so sorry.
No. So a claymore is a shaped explosive that it's relatively safe to stand behind, but very not safe to stand in front of.
Good, because I don't think she would have stand in front of.
Relatively being key there, because
I mean, you want to kind of stand behind and to the side.
Well, because there's a back blast as well.
Yeah.
I went sword. You guys went boom boom. There you go.
Right. But basically it's you put up a ring of effectively directional mines so that people can't approach.
I don't know these explosive things, and now I've got to do research, and you're making me do
I
homework.
need to hire a gardener, don't I?
Yes, you do, because you might have lost a gardener. So, Darren!
No, the pins were in. It was fine.
Yeah, but this...
All right, that's it. That's it.
The lawnmower. Anyhow, Darren, Thorns and Roses, and who are you?
So, Roses had a lot of fun. It was great to be playing again. Thorns, I didn't really have any that I can think of right now, so...
Okay, fair enough. Denari? Thorns, Roses?
My brain just tried to shut down.
Not yet. We haven't ended the stream yet.
Rose is the character is developing. It is setting into a niche. It's apparently going to go a little more vindictive Olivia this time, which is fine.
I mean, fair. You always do vindictive Olivia very well.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question for you. Completely story related. Am I going to have to deal with an army full of cats, dogs, and shittery things?
Probably not.
Okay, good. I was hoping that you did not go complete.
The Auspex is going to flavor this a lot.
Oh.
No, I meant the personality. Yeah, see, that's where you're fucked. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it. I'm gonna
Imagine if Olivia had Auspex. Now you know what you're getting into.
Right, so next season and next one we're gonna roll a new character for her. Okay. Sure. And Sai, who has done some amazing art that I would love to see on Twitter for this episode.
Yeah, I'll actually so my rose is that I got to make these cute little drawings of like Bob's mystery sock, the Bob bomb, the fridge liver, the Bob potato hot potato.
Do you have a file
and
of
then
future magical
the
items?
meat popsicle.
Oh god.
You really did a meat popsicle.
You are better at drawing than I am.
I've been getting a lot better at it lately because I've been doing it as my D&D character for our roll call streams, so it's been a practice thing. And my thorn is, god damn it, Junie.
What?
You're gonna make me break a chronicle tenant so early?
Moi?
What?
I would never.
You can choose not to.
I've got a halo.
Actually, I don't know if I can.
Oh. Wait a minute. What?
Oh, boy.
Wait, what?
Because read our chronicle tenants.
Oh, I know the critical tenant.
I know.
I mean, you could.
One might be getting pitted against another. That's all I'm saying.
I just generally
No, I don't see one being pitted against the other there.
I said maybe.
Do you want to illuminate this?
Nope. We'll find out.
Next
Do you
time.
have a little file that you stick future magic items in for your DMing?
Maybe. Why?
Those little cards need to go in that file.
Oh my god.
Oh, I could actually, if you're gonna do that,
actually,
if you're gonna do that, there needs to be a tweak to the socks because they're not mystery socks. Do you know what gun cotton is?
Oh my god, really?
It was better mystery sock.
Seriously. Okay.
Better mystery sock.
However,
okay.
I will put this next session. If people here can watch, people want to know new things that we could call this. What we're doing now. Last breath, next breath. Why
Suffocation.
Are we dead yet? Something. Come up with a new saying for us for this crazy Chicago After Dark thing we're doing. We'll probably go with it with this season. So have fun. Good luck this week. Remember, always carry your dice because you never know when you're going to have to roll.
And don't forget the merch.
Oh, right, and we forgot to do things really quick. I already hit the thingy. Heavy breathing. That's a good thing. That's our
We're giving a
players.
raid.
That's the family. Follow those people. One of them is Big Stabbers, and they do really good content, and they actually do different shows as well. The community. There's our socials and our merch. I think I've done it all. God, I hope I did it all. Did we do it all? We did it all. Anything else I'm missing? Please fill in. We love you all. I gotta get better at this because hard stops and shit. And my bad. Anyway, we're gonna go raid. We'll see you guys all next week. Starting at 6:30 Central Standard Time because it is Chicago time zone. Fuck everyone else. We'll see you later. Enjoy. Bye everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye.